It's Christmas Eve, and here on the Ranting Redhead, I have a real treat for you. Today, I am going to be reading to you a small book called Nothing Goes Right the Night Before Christmas, based on the comedy of Rodney Dangerfield, and I will do so in my so-and-so Rodney Dangerfield impression. So instead of reading "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" again and again and again with those children that you just can't stand that you had all those years ago, why not let's escape and remember the amazing hero that was Rodney Dangerfield and what it was like being a child. I must guess Rodney Dangerfield, a child around the holiday season. Here we go. 'Twas the night before Christmas, believe me, I checked. Like every year prior, I'd get no respect. My folks were so poor we put lights on a stump in hopes that Saint Nick would still visit this dump. I was falling asleep, nestled snug in my bed, when a thought from last Christmas popped into my head. My friends got great presents, I felt so excluded. All I got were batteries, toys not included. In my letters to Santa, I begged and I pleaded. My old dog was the worst, a new dog's what I needed. When he'd bark at the door, I'd say, "You want to go out?" No, he'd rather I left. What was that all about? Then crash from downstairs, there arose such a clatter. Was it Santa or robbers? With my luck, the latter. We get nothing but break-ins, you don't understand. Every window I close, I hit someone's hand. As I crept down the stairs, with each step came a creak. Guess I shouldn't have snacked on all those cookies all week. I was chubby back then, couldn't lose not a pound. Tried to jog, but ran into each bakery I found. Then what with my wandering eye did I see? A man in a robe had tripped over my tree. And oh boy was he plump, many years past his prime. When he stepped on a scale, it said one at a time. He lay covered with gifts. Was this some kind of trick? No, I knew at the moment it must be Saint Nick. The strange hat on his head had me thrown for a loop. Buy a hat like this, you get a free bowl of soup. I stood there in awe at the gifts on the floor, then tore open each one despite who they were for. Why'd this kid get a BB gun? Cut me some slack. All I got was a sweater, bullseye on the back. A dollhouse for Jane and a toy truck for Pete. A bat and a glove for the kid down the street. I once got a bat. It was last Christmas Day. The first time I played with it, it flew away. When the prancing of hooves on the roof caught my ear, I knew what it was, Santa's flying reindeer. The last time I flew, I was far from delighted. Southwest Airlines thanked me for flying United. It was getting quite late, time to wake up Saint Nick. My mom's homemade cookies might just do the trick. Santa's face turned pale green with one bite of his treat. This was my mom's cooks, we pray after we eat. Santa spotted the gifts, all unwrapped in a pile. Get to wrapping, Rodney, he said with a smile. I always get caught, oh it never ends. One time at a bank, I got caught stealing pens. As he filled all the stockings, I rewrapped each gift. Then he slid me a present too heavy to lift. Not to spoil you, but here's one more gift from my sleigh. I said, hey, I'm not spoiled, lots of kids smell this way. A dog sprang from the box, nearly knocked me over. Come here, Comet. No, Cupid. No, I'll name you Rover. My old dog we named Egypt. My mom, oh how she'd fume when he'd leave little pyramids in every room. A dog's just what I wanted, but we need to chat. How can I put this? This is the worst looking hat. It looks good on you, though, I said, rolling my eyes. Then I gave him my nightcap. Try this on for size. Then Saint Nick with his new hat, and I with my dog, made way to the chimney, which I feared he might clog. And I heard him shout out as he climbed up with the flue, "Look out for number 1, but don't step in number 2. Nothing goes right the night before Christmas in my terrible Rodney Dangerfield impression. Thank you all so much for listening, and have a happy Christmas. Bye-bye!